Hi everyone! Today I want to share our experience buying a Japanese electric bidet toilet seat here in America. Having lived in Asia for almost 10 years, my husband and I are very familiar with the various toilet technologies available. 65% of Japanese homes have an integrated bidet or washlet, and so do most restaurants, hotels, and shops. When we lived in Japan, it was clearly evident that the people there had a knack for optimizing stuff. They aren't scared to think outside of the box, and they precisely consider every detail until something is perfect. So it should be no surprise that they've been able to take something like a mundane trip to the bathroom and turn it into a spa-like experience. However, now that we've been living in the US for the past 2.5 years, it feels like we've gone back to the dark ages of toilet paper. Let me ask you, would you clean a sink of dirty dishes with only a dry paper towel? No? Then there's a better way. When the pandemic hit earlier this year and the price of toilet paper was skyrocketing and flying off the shelves, we were again reminded there's a better way. My husband calculated that if we reduced our toilet paper consumption by 75%, the Japanese washlet would pay for itself in 3 years. So today I want to share with you which one we bought, what some of our favorite features are, what features it doesn't have, and finally at the end I want to share with you a budget alternative to a Japanese washlet that we installed in our second bathroom. So let's start with the basics. First and foremost, this is a Toto. We didn't even consider the other brands. Toto is the gold standard. Even one of their most basic models had almost all the features we were looking for. So we purchased the Toto C100. It came in at about $300, and I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to check out the specs for yourself. Now obviously this isn't a whole Toto toilet. We just bought the electric bidet toilet seat. This toilet is just whatever came with the apartment. The first thing you'll notice when you sit down is that the seat is heated. This toilet seat is able to sense when you are actually sitting on it and immediately does two things. First, it sprays a premist of the bowl, which wets the surface of the toilet bowl to prevent matter from adhering. It's actually 80% more effective than a dry bowl and keeps everything clean without harsh chemicals. Second, you'll hear the air purifier kick on. It draws the air around the toilet into powerful ionized carbon filters to eliminate unpleasant odors. Now before we move on to the control panel, I have to tell you one more really cool thing about this toilet seat. It has artificial intelligence built into the washlet, so after about 10 days it will learn your pattern of usage. That means the washlet can detect periods of infrequent use and lower the temperature automatically. It can also identify periods of time that the toilet is never used and turn off the temperature and water heater during that time. So this robot toilet seat is actually pretty eco-friendly, and if you're curious about its water usage, it uses less than a half a pint per use. Now, as you can see, there is currently no wand visible. It is protected and only comes out when you're ready for it. The wand is coated with a special silicone alloy, which makes it both antibacterial and extremely resistant to dirt. It is basically non-stick when wet. When the wand comes out, water is running off of it the entire time. Rest assured that the self-cleaning wand is cleaned from top to bottom before, during, and after every use. And it's able to do all of this with just plain water. I appreciate that no chemical solutions are required. So now this is where it gets really interesting. This is the control panel on the side. You can pay more to have this as a remote control. However, we find this style to be more convenient. There are 3 types of jets: rear, soft rear, and front. The water is heated and there are 3 settings that you can adjust as you like. The control panel allows you to customize your experience with a choice of 5 different water pressures and 5 wand positions. You can also double-click any of these buttons to get an oscillating spray, where the jet moves around to cover a larger area. The jet uses very precise angles that allow for a thorough cleansing without unnecessary splashing. The water basically falls straight down and away from the jet. The stream of water is also aerated, which adds to the overall comfort. So finally, after you've used the bidet, it's time for the dryer. And like everything else on the seat, you can adjust the temperature so that you ensure a nice, dry, overall clean feeling. As you walk away, the soft close feature means you'll never have to hear a slammed lid again. And you have peace of mind that the air purifying function is going to kick into double time and turn off on its own after about 2 minutes. So now that you've seen all the amazing things this toilet seat can do, I'm sure you're wondering if this is the basic model, then what more is out there? Some features that are available on the higher end models include an automatic open and shut lid, auto flush, programmable user profiles, sound machines, pulsating sprays, sanitizing UV lights, electrolyzed water after mists, night lights, and remote controls. So go ahead and treat yourself if you are so inclined. This seat is a convenience and a luxury that we now enjoy every day. Nothing beats that exceptionally clean feeling. No more fights with my husband about how he can never replace the toilet paper when it runs out. No more panic when you realize there's no more rolls of toilet paper in arm's reach. All you need to do is push a button. Finally, if this looks nice but isn't in the budget right now, there is another option where you can have a bidet-like experience for under $20. This method is something that was ubiquitous in Malaysia and other parts of Southeast Asia where toilet paper often wasn't provided at all. It is a simple sprayer. Not as convenient as a Toto, but it does offer a superior clean to toilet paper alone, although there's no way I'll be using that thing in the winter. Please leave a comment and let me know if you've ever tried a Japanese washlet or would consider having one for yourself one day. Also, leave a comment if you'd be interested in an install video from my husband. He said if there was enough interest, he'd post one to his channel. Thanks for watching.